Welcome to the Wanderer 360 channel. Today we're looking at another MRE. This time it's from Lithuania. It's menu number 2. This is an 8-hour pack. So let's open it up and see what we have. There's no tear notches, so I'm going to have to do it quickly, not cutting my fingers off, and see what we have. As usual, I'm going to go in at random. We have an accessory pack. We'll come back to that in a second. A tray for heating food. So it is a stove, a tiny little metal stove. A plastic tube in a box. And quite unusually, we have a flameless ration heater as well as a stove. Rather strange. This, I'm guessing, is the main course. Stewed beef with groats in sauce. I always thought groats was a coin, but apparently it's not. Well, it is a coin as well, but it's basically kind of whole grain porridge. So we'll heat that up. Nothing else in our little box. A packet of hazelnuts, another pouch that we'll come back to. I'm still going, and that's it. And 4 crackers. So let's have a look what we have in the pouches. So in the first pouch we have I'm guessing that's jam. I'm going to say jam. It kind of looks jammy, doesn't it? Sugar. Strawberry flavoured juice. Instant coffee. Chewing gum. And a chocolate bar, which has definitely seen better days. It's really thin on that side and really thick on that side. I'm guessing that's melted at some point. So that was one of the bags. Let's have a look at the other one. In the other bag, we definitely have a spoon. Kind of slightly odd plastic, but it is plastic. We have tablets for the stove. As I said before, very strange that it's got both a stove and a flameless ration heater. Refreshing towelette. Box of matches with a cool looking old car in. Big selection of matches actually. And then finally, which I've never seen in an MRE before, a zip tie, which I'm guessing is useful for putting things together. So next stage is, as to ever, is to heat this up and try it, which we'll carry on doing later. Welcome back. So we're going to taste test this Lithuanian meal. First thing I'm going to do is get the main into the flameless ration heater. I've never used one of these before, so this could go well, it could go badly. So pop water into the line. Really should have thought about this a bit more. Probably too much, but we'll stick. Oh, it's working. Stick the main in. Fold it up, pop it into the cardboard box, and we'll leave it for about 12 minutes. So when that's brewing, we're going to try the coffee next. So well-used coffee cup here, and we have some instant coffee, 3p instant coffee. Just going to move this slightly out of shot so it's not so steaming the camera up. So, instant coffee, it's more of a powder than granules. Well-used coffee cup here, so over there. Stick that to cool down for a little bit. So when I was first looking at this, I was a little bit surprised that there was both a flameless ration heater and I got that the right way around, I think I have, and a stove. It actually makes sense because you want this cooking when you're using the stove to get the water going for a brew. So what else do we have? We have some jam, apricot jam possibly. Oh, that's not gone well. Or is it honey? I wonder if it's honey. That is honey. Quite nice honey. So we'll try it on some of the biscuits. I'm going to move that well out of the way. So the biscuits, 4 biscuits, they're quite big and heavy. So let's try spreading some of the honey on them. So biscuits with honey. They are tough. They are very tough. Almost really hard to break with your teeth. I'll try and snap one. They do snap. They're tasty. I've got little bits of sesame seeds in, taste a bit sesame seedy with the honey, which is nice. But very dry. So when the coffee's cooling down a bit, the next thing is instant drink with strawberry juice powder. So strawberry drink. Try this. It's very strawberry. I'll give it a good shake. So let's give it a taste. I think that should be called strawberry drink with a tiniest hint of strawberry we could possibly get away with. Really not very strong tasting at all. So when the main is still heating, it's bubbling off to the side of the camera. Let's have another look at these things. A packet of hazelnuts. I've got my arm stuck in the honey. Never a good look, is it? So looks like fairly normal, good pack of hazelnuts. Oh, they've gone everywhere. This is not looking good on camera. Sorry, guys. So a bowl full of hazelnuts. They're not salted, just plain hazelnut, but beautifully in date and tasty. Pop them in here. So you get a reasonable selection, reasonable portion. Lots of protein, lots of energy, so these are good to have. Perfectly kept. So the main is still ticking away heating. So we have a chocolate bar. The chocolate bar is very thin on this side, very fat on this side, so I think it's been melted at some point. But let's have a look. Yes, I think that's definitely had a few issues in the past. It's obviously got hot. And it might be made to look like this, but I think it has melted looking at the size of it. So, give it a sniff. Very high quality, high cocoa there. Tastes perfectly all right. As I said, I think it's just been melted and then gone back to solid again. You never quite know where all these packs come from, so it could have been in a hot climate. But it looks slightly on the odd side, but perfectly edible. So let's try the coffee. Quite a bland coffee. I'll try giving it a quick stir just in case I haven't got it all in. Yeah, that's quite bland. It's not good coffee at all. I'm not a fan of instant coffee, but that's not particularly great. So I'm going to wait for a couple more minutes to get the main nice and hot. Stick it in a bowl, and then we'll see how that is. I'm going to try using the spork, the spoon that came from it. It's not, there's no sporks on that at all. So far we have honey, which is a surprise. I thought that was going to be jam. Nuts, which were nice. A strawberry drink that really isn't very strawberry at all. Coffee that's quite bland. And a very high cocoa, nice chocolate bar that doesn't look particularly great. And what used to be called in the Navy hardtack, I think. These were biscuits that would never go out of date, with the honey on. They are quite tasty. So they are quite hard to chew. So I'm going to try and get the main out now and make some space. Got some chewing gum to have later on as well. So I have a bowl. We have the flameless ration pack, which is very hot. I'm going to move it slightly out of camera. So it doesn't steam up. Contents are kind of, it feels hot in places, lukewarm in others. I suspect that's because I haven't had it in for long enough. I'm in. So this should be beef with barley, I think. Sometimes called beef with porridge. So it doesn't look particularly appetizing. Kind of looks like dog food actually a little bit. It looks in good condition. It's not hot all the way through because I haven't really had it in a flameless ration heater for long enough, but it is warm. It looks like corned beef with a few bits added to it. So let's have a taste. That's surprisingly good actually. We have little bits of possibly red pepper, possibly carrot. Pepper, I'd say. Bits of onion. It's kind of like corned beef with some kind of pulses in. It is quite nice though. It's only been in the flameless ration heater for however long this video currently is. So it's warm, not hot, but it is quite tasty. I'm quite actually enjoying this. So that is going to get demolished off camera. The last thing we need to do is try one of the two chewing gums. which I also can't get into because the main's a little bit greasy. So blue, very blue today. Tasty, really a good minty flavour coming through. Seems to last quite long. So, Lithuanian ration pack. The main course doesn't look great, but it's surprisingly tasty. Coffee, pour. So-called strawberry drink, pour. Hazelnuts, good. You can't go massively wrong with a nut, but they're good. The chocolate bar tastes really good. Doesn't look the best. The honey was a surprise. Goes well on the biscuits. Biscuits are really tough. And it also comes with a stove as well as a flameless ration heater. So actually, that makes a lot of sense. So actually quite enjoyable, I have to say. So I'm going to be doing more of these. Please consider liking and subscribing. And now I'm going to do some eating. Thank you.